What's up? What's up? What's up, people? It's your boy, Jermaine McCrimmon, and welcome to Humanity Unplugged podcast. I'm your host, and I have a lot of things to share with you guys this week. This Tuesday, March 25th, 2025. We're done with March. It's in, it's out. March Madness is going on, and World Madness is going on too. First off, we always got to start off with the Most High, give us the wisdom and knowledge to be here, so we might as well do something with it. So here we are. I'd like to give a thanks and a shout out to all the members, Facebook, social media, YouTube. You guys are great. I thank you guys from all over. We're still bringing y'all content, getting some things set up. We're here. And again, we just want to say thank you. I'm sounding a little bit better, but still not totally over the cold. I watch the news. I got 3 different things to talk about. 2 of them are pretty lengthy. No videos though, just me talking. And I'm gonna get warm. I'm telling you now, I might, go over the edge because some of this is just common sense. I'm not saying you can't do it, but I'm saying the odds are not in your favor. And a lot of times when your gut feeling tell you something, or when the odds are not in your favor, you listen to the odds. They normally it's like that. So, and that's how we do our investments on the ratio, the odds of where to invest money in, things as such. Our life is based upon how we make decisions. So, 2 of these stories, to me, very bad decision making, and it costs people. I'm not saying it happens all the time, but I am saying that these things do happen a lot because of the odds. So the first story I want to talk about today is the mass shooting in Las Cruces Park in Mexico. 15 people were shot. Out of the 15, 3 were dead. So this happened, I believe, about 4 days ago. People were out in the park area because of a car show. They was having a great time. Everything was happening. People having a great time out there. Cars are showing off, spinning tires, doing donuts. Music are playing. Park was packed. Now, the governor of Mexico said this area crime rate has risen to 40%. It's the high right now. And allegedly, 2 different groups got into some type of argument that led to bodies being injured and life being taken. It's unfortunate because in our world that we are in today, nowhere is safe. I mean, we had shootings, Walmart, we had shootings, Target, I believe. We had shootings at the mall not too long ago. Hospital shooting in Pennsylvania. Excuse me. Things are happening all over. In New York, you got transit, people getting killed on the trains. It just happens a lot often. It just happens everywhere. So you're not safe anywhere you go. Just got to be aware and stay in touch with the Most High to keep you safe. It's unfortunate. A 19, a 18, and a 16-year-old boy, they all was murdered. It's unfortunate. These kids will never see the light of day. Maybe 2 of them maybe don't even have a driver license and they're already out of here. It's so sad. You look at back on your children, you tell your kids, be safe. Don't hang out like that. Stay in home. You try to keep them in the house and keep them safe. Put some type of wall or some type of structure in between that bullet, because a bullet don't have a name on it. I know the parents of these kids never thought that last Saturday would be the last day that they see their kids, alive. So my heart goes out to them, along with Anyone that's suffering, things happen. Over the weekend, we lost George Foreman. I don't know if you guys know who George Foreman is, but world heavyweight champion George Foreman, a preacher, big family. George was one of the best heavyweight boxers in our time, the 20th century. That man was putting it in. He hit hard. He wasn't scared of no one. He got in that ring. He did what he did. And he passed this weekend. Very sad to hear that. So my heart go out to his family because George was in my era. Like Roy Jones is in my era. Tank and these guys, Crawford, I'm a part of that, but that's not really my era. But anyway, it's sad that these things happen. Moving back to the mass shooting in Mexico is just unfortunate. It's really, really unfortunate. As I get more information, I'll let you guys know. What they're saying now, two people are under close surveillance or the lookout for arrest being made. Two people they're trying to identify. They're not giving out no names, but because they don't want them to be on the run. So, but they are looking at two people so far in that mass shooting. Now, this next topic I'm gonna talk about, guys, I have to paint the picture and give you the story before we go into all of the questions and all of these unknown factors that really gets me warm. So I want to let you guys know about a woman, 62-year-old. Um, what's her name? Samantha Bryson. She's out of California. Very nice woman. She has two kids, six grandkids, two sons, six grandkids, doing her thing. She's all over. She's into church. She's very active. Looked like she's just a nice African American woman who's doing her thing. Great heart. Give her shirt off the back to anybody. Got a great support group. Just a nice person. She's involved with her grandkids. She's involved at the church. She has a great girlfriend crew she rolls with. Everything is great. Somehow she started talking to this person, David Bryson. David Bryson is 54 years old. And she started talking to him on social media, on the phone. David Bryson is incarcerated at Mule Creek Prison in California. He's serving 4 consecutive life sentences plus 20 for murdering 4 men that attempted to rob his apartment. And he killed them executioner style in 1993. He's serving 4 consecutive life sentences plus 20 years. He's never coming out and he's not eligible for parole ever. Now, I say that with emphasis because this is important. As we move into the story, this is a true story, guys. This is what happened in March 13, 2025. Anyway, she meets him. She talks to him on the phone. He tells her where she's at. She goes to the prison. After talking on the phone about Christ and doing all this, they connect. Beautiful story about connecting, finding love, and all that. I understand. I have my questions. I will talk about it after I finish the story. They're involved. They really like each other. Somehow, some way, he proposed, or maybe she proposed. I don't know. But they got married sometime in September of 2024. It's great. I'm all with getting married. So now she's coming by the prison having conjugal visits. That means unsupervised visits. You do not get conjugal visits if you don't have good behavior. That's one. You have to be no trouble in the society, which is the prison society. You have to have no infractions. You got to be on good standard. They don't just give you conjugal visits just because you're married. You got to meet the qualifications with that. Now, with these conjugal visits, you're able to stay with that loved one 3 to 40 hours at times. And this is great. You know, you can stay with that loved one 2, 3 days. It's like a mini apartment and it's unsupervised. There's no cameras there. You got privacy. You talking with her, she talking with him, we talking to each other. We having relatios. It's happening. Bang, 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 bang. They doing their thing. It's a regular, she cooked for him, he cooks for her. They watch TV. All this stuff is there. They make it very, very nice accommodations. But you're still in prison. And in life, when you look back at things like this, what more you want in a relationship? What more you want other than to spend time with that person? Doesn't matter if you're in a shoebox. You want to spend time with that person. You want to be there in that person. No matter what it is, you want to sleep in that bed with that person. You want to be able to cuddle and rub feet together in that bed with that person. Share a shower once in a while with that person. Spend time with that person. So I understand why Stephanie, she felt the way she felt. And also she's 62. She's not young. She's at the age of retiring. And maybe she didn't have a loved one in a while. According to the video that I saw and things and such, it is emotionally stuff there. Some chapters of where she got hurt before. She might not have got over that stuff. And she was carrying some of that stuff on her. No matter what, um, as the story goes, on September 13th, she came to visit him, conjugal visit. It's not the first time. She'd been visiting him quite often. And as she visited him around 3 o'clock in the morning, David Bryson made a phone call to his superiors there and told them that his wife is not responsive. So authorities came in there, checked her out, and she died. Autopsy came 4 months later that she was strangled. Now, I don't know about you, but 1 plus 1 equals 2. And if it's only 2 people in the room and she got strangled, we know who did it. He did it. He killed her. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. He killed her. No charges are against him right now, but her family lost a loving grandmother, a loving mother, friends, a loving sister. And it's sad that this happened to her, all because she thought she was in love. And I said love and thought because if someone loves you, they don't hurt you. Someone cares about you, they don't do that to you. This man, David Bryson, is never coming out of jail. What's the worst you can do to him? Add time? He's already doing 4 life sentences. So I say this because that's the completion of the story. This happened in California. And I want you guys to know in LA County, this is, where she was from. There's nothing you can do to him. They're not going to charge him, execute him? That still takes 3, 4 years after that's the 5th person he's killed. Where was justice? A lot of people would say and emphasize that, well, justice, there's nothing they can do. Conjugal visit is a waiver she signs. I'm letting you guys know she signed a waiver. She signed a waiver that protects the precinct. That protects the prison. So, she went in there knowing that this is a prison. knowing that these are inmates. You married one. You married a very violent one. And yeah, he didn't do nothing the first 3, 4 times. Why would he do it now? Who knows? Maybe the family will never find closure on why this happened. But I have a question. And the question I have is, please explain to me, out of all the men in the world, all the free men in the world, I have to say that like that. And I have to say also, we as people got to make better decisions in our life. So, prison, let's look at that right there. I never heard of a nice prison. I never heard of a prison you can go to and you enjoy being incarcerated. Most prisons are segregated. You have whites, blacks, Mexicans, Latin kings. You have um, G's, GDs. You have Blues, which is the 60 Crips, Bloods. You got all type of gangs within this culture of prison. They all have rules and guidelines they go by to coexist. As a man, I wouldn't even want my mama coming to see me in this type of environment. Nevertheless, marry a woman that's going to keep coming here visiting me because she loves me. I understand love, but you got to put a boundary up with your loved one, especially if you know you're going home. Now, this man is doing life 4 times. That means he have to live till he's 420 years old to get out of jail. Because life is considered 100 years. So 4 life sentences plus 20, 420 years old is when he's able to get out of prison. That means he's never getting out, and he knows that. He's conditioned himself for that. Now, I don't know if you know, but in this video, it talks about how Stephanie was trying to change his mindset. Well, guys, I want to tell you something. He was convicted. It happened in 1993, convicted in 1994. You do the math, it's 2025. His mind, I don't know when it starts to change, but once you're in these walls, I don't know. They said in the video, he had no remorse for what he did. Well, I can understand if someone break into your house and you protecting yourself, executing them behind the head 4 times. That means different in the court. In the courtroom, it's necessary force. Did he have to kill them? He shot them behind the head, execution style. That means either they never seen it coming, or there was a part in that where he could have got away without killing them. If he shot you in the back of your head, that means you didn't see him. You don't know where he's at. Or he turned you around. So if he turned you around, the threat is over. He had time to make another decision. Unfortunately, he did what he did. Lives are lost. 4 men lives was lost because of the decision they made. The decision David made cost him his life. He's in prison. And the decision that Stephanie made to deal with him cost her her life. The moral of the story is decisions we make in this world that we live in can cost you, and you can never repay that debt that it cost you. So he's in jail, he's incarcerated. She tells her sons about the man she met. 2 sons she has. I know they talk to their mother because in the video it also states that the kids was not with her dealing with a man incarcerated. Her friends wasn't with her dealing with a man incarcerated, but she had the buoyancy. She had the personality. She had the integrity to be a woman that can look past your faults and see your good. And that's great. I think everyone should be able to do that. But you got to also understand you can't change everyone. There's some people that you have to leave it in God's hands and let them take care of that person situation. I'm quite sure that man might have some things attached to him that he don't know how to deal with yet. We got to look at his history, what he's dealing with, what mental issues he might be facing to feel like killing people is the answer, especially killing someone that you just got married to 9 or 10 months ago. He wasn't married a year. Guys, we're in March. He got married 24 of September. He wasn't married 6 months, maybe 6. What we got? September, October, November, December, January, February, March. There you go. 6 months and she's dead? I don't know. I don't understand that. But everyone is telling her, according to the video, allegedly, these kids spoke. This is all live stuff. The kids spoke to her. They said what they said. And they told their mom they wasn't with it. And she went against all the signs. See, the signs are people that just tell you, think about it. Those are the signs. Sometimes signs come a different way, you know. But in this case, her signs was her children telling her, don't do it. This is a mother who had 6 grandkids that'll never see her again. It's sad. She's gone. Gone. Never come back. Now, of course, the family is blaming the prison. Oh, the prison can't be doing this. Oh, the prison, there's conjugal visits. Something got to change. The guidelines are the guidelines. You know how long conjugal visits been out? Over 15 years. Excuse me. I drink some water. Over 15 years, conjugal visits been out. People been doing this nonstop. Most people don't mess it up because they like to have their loved one come in, you know, say if you're a soul food cook, you cook some food, bring food in, cook, you're relaxing together, you have a great time. It really takes your mind out of where you're placed at. So for someone to do that, let you know that their mindset is really messed up, man. It's so sad. But the other part of this is we couldn't find no one else for Stephanie to deal with. We couldn't find no one she could talk to other than this guy. There were no men out here that she could have looked into as a friend, not even as dating too much, just as a friend. No one at the church. No one could reach her and tell her, listen, I'm not saying he's a lost cause, but good behavior alone doesn't cause you this. Also, because he knows the Lord don't make him a saint. Or he can quote some scriptures, make him, oh, thy holy. Excuse me, I'm sorry. We got to look past the veil. Uncover that person, peel the onion, get to know who he really is. Ask some serious questions before we get into marriage. These conversations on the phone should be real thorough before you even go visit. If 2 things he's going to have for sure, if you've been incarcerated for 11 years, 10 years, 20 years, you should know how to talk because you ain't got nothing but time. The books are there. He should be able to quote some scriptures if he's reading the word. Yep. His tongue game should be mean because that's the only thing he got to offer a woman is talk. Don't be so naive. What? Between his legs, that's all he got too. He has nothing else to offer, and that's all is needed. But the heart, somebody got to look at his heart. See what's going on with him. Talk to his siblings. Talk to his aunts, uncles. Talk to somebody else other than him. Maybe other fellow inmates that know him. Talk to somebody else. Talk to the officers inside of the prison and see, can they give you some play on his self or who he is and how he represents himself. Something is wrong. Something was missed. No one can talk to her and tell her, what are we doing? Not saying that once you go to jail, you're condemned. No, I'm not saying that. But I am saying you have to make sure that the chance you're giving them, they want that chance first, not you want the chance for them. Excuse me. In life, a lot of times we push our children to go to college. Listen, do your kid want to go to college? It's not when Bill Cosby back in the day and he told Theo, you going to school, you going to college. Those days is over. The kid must want it so you can help provide it for them. You push a kid or anyone to do something that they don't really want to do, it don't turn out good. Those are just the numbers. That's just the facts. You got to be able to do this yourself. They got to want it they self. So a man that's been in there for 30 years, 20 years, did she find out what happened to his last girlfriend? Did he ever have a girlfriend prior? Do he have any sisters? Did he talk to the sisters, aunts, mothers, fathers, brothers? Did he talk to anyone to really get an insight on this man before you dedicate your life, time, freedom to him? That's my question, America. As I get more information about this story, I will talk more about it if I get any more information. Right now, there's no charges on David at all. He's been moved to another prison for sure, but no charges. The last story I want to talk to you guys about, it happened this weekend as well out in Memphis. Pastor Ricky Floyd. He's a well-known pastor in Memphis. Ricky Floyd is a married man with children, head of a church. They do their thing. Beautiful place. Nothing but good things I hear. On March 12th, he told his wife he's going to Mama's bar and restaurant. Now, I'm going to tell the whole story. There's a lot of holes in this that I don't like personally, but we're going to hear the story. So March 12th, he went to Mama's bar and restaurant. He was there eating. He met some people there. He met a young lady named Samantha Marion. And Samantha Marion, along with the pastor, Ricky Floyd, had a nice conversation. Now, I don't know if you know, there's a couple of conversations that will turn up a room. Religion is one. Sexuality is two. Politics is three. Those three things will turn the room up to an uproar. People will fight you over religion, politics, and sexuality. It's a fact. Do your research. So they had a heated conversation. Marion, some other people there, and the pastor. It was so heated that the pastor allegedly, according to witnesses there at Mama's Bar and Restaurant out in Memphis, he decided to grab Samantha's phone and throw it down. He allegedly threw a beer towards her direction, didn't hit her, got real heated. Excuse me. It got so heated that they went outside. Now, this is the pastor for Christ, for the church. As my other brother I watch, he's a YouTuber. He says it like that. Now, the pastor get in his GMC Yukon, white. Samantha's filming. He don't like that. He don't like that she's filming. Now, the pastor's in his truck. He's leaving. You're leaving. You're a pastor of a church. You're leaving. He didn't want to stop there. Now, I'm going to tell you something, guys. You can be upset and you can be enraged. There's something that comes around in most people's mind when in a heated situation, especially with a female, and it's a male. First thing is, Trust me when I'm about to tell you it happens to every man that's involved in an argument with a female. First thing is, she's a female. What am I doing? It happens in your head. What am I getting this upset about this? Her only weapon is her mouth. Why am I letting her feed into me and get me triggered like this? Anyway, I don't know if Ricky had that conversation with himself. Pastor Floyd got out the car, out of his Yukon, because she was filming his plates. Because the man threw a phone, got out his SUV, his truck, and started walking toward her. Now you could hear in the video she's saying, listen, I'm backing up, and I'm backed up 3 feet already, 4 feet. Other men have jumped in between them and try to stop the pastor of the church, and he knocked these guys down. I'm not saying this. This is what happened. All eyewitnesses, this is not allegedly. This is what happened. He threw people down to get to this lady. Now, let me tell you something, guys. He didn't know. She was packing, meaning she had a gun. She took her gun out and put 2 in him and laid him down, killed him right there on the spot. So, this is crazy. She goes to jail. Her bail is, I believe, was $100,000. She posts bail. She's a mother, working woman. She's not a person that's just hanging out at a bar with no life or nothing like that. She's a nice person, has a job, takes care of her family, everything like that. So she's a credible person. The word was that she just shot him for no reason, and she approached him aggressively and shot the pastor. Now, this was on Saturday when all this came out. Or I would say maybe on Thursday or Friday that happened. On Saturday, though, up-to-date video came out. After she post bond, she posted the real video from her phone. And it clearly shows the pastor is the aggressor. He is the aggressor. She gave this video to her lawyers. They put it all over YouTube and all over because this helps her case. She was telling him clear as day in the video, please stop. I'm backing up. Leave me alone. Now, I have questions. Oh, yeah, I got some questions. Number one, I'm not saying a married man can't go to mama's bar and restaurant, but maybe, we couldn't get it to go. The food. Maybe if you wanted to have some people to talk to, you invite them to your environment or your house, because it's not a good look for a pastor of a church to be at these environments where beer and all this other stuff is. Not saying you can't go out, but you take a risk of things being escalated when you put yourself involved in an uncontrollable environment. See, a couple things could have happened at the house that could have shut this down. They could have asked her to leave. The wife could have got involved. Kids could have got involved to stop dad. Hey, dad, please, miss, please leave. Other male friends that back up the pastor could have been there to really get her up out of there. Or if he ordered the food to go, he's just going to pick up his food, get back in the car, go home. Or his wife could have went with him. That's the thing I don't understand. You the only one hungry? Your wife wasn't hungry? See, sometimes our loved ones help save us from danger by just their presence alone. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, why even have a conversation about religion? You know how that make people feel. It's the same way in church, no matter where you at. Religion causes heated debates. It really does. So now you're leaving out of this mama's bar and restaurant. You're in your vehicle. So what? She's recording you. Big deal. Go home. But he's enraged at this point. Furious. He gets out of the vehicle. That's another thing he did wrong. That's wrong. You're already looking for trouble. You're the aggressor. She didn't come to your car. You came to her. You're the aggressor. You knocked other men out the way to get to her. You're the aggressor. It's sad. If that was my wife, I would want her to do the same thing. Put two in him. Your life is in danger. Stop the threat. She didn't run from the scene. She wasn't carrying an illegal gun. She was licensed. She was legit. He just underestimated her and thought he can bully her by being that aggressive toward her. Meanwhile, no witnesses said she did something to him. No witnesses said she threw something at him. And I'm not trying to show Mr. Floyd up. He's a pastor of the church, right? Cool. But this aggression, you can't have it. The signs, getting out of the car, step 2, wrong. The walkover, step 3, wrong. Step 4 is the commands. She was saying, I'm backing up. Leave me alone. She's giving you warnings. He ignored all this stuff. The rage he had to be in. What did she say to him? So a lot of people, speculation is, stupid is, stupid does. People are really trying to understand, did they have a sexual relations? Guys, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Allegedly, they said, no, it wasn't that. We're 38 minutes in on this podcast. And I want you guys to know, I don't really know. I don't know. I don't know. To me, she did what I would tell any woman to do. Protect yourself. Because you have a voice and you talk and someone get mad with you, you didn't do nothing to him. He grabbed her phone, snatched her phone out of her hand and threw it. What did she do to you to make you act like that? What was said? It seems to me they had to have some type of history because he was that close to her to grab her phone and snatch it and throw it. You don't just get to a person's personal belongings. They always keep a little space, especially once the heated debate goes in. There's a little space. People trying to calm it down, break it up, Well, when I know more, you'll know more, guys. I'm Jermaine. I'm your host for Manly Unplugged podcast. You guys have a good one. I'll see you on Thursday. Be safe.